Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick recap of what we did in class today, and hopefully this will help with just kind of clarifying what you need to do, and come to class with or be ready for our next class. So today we worked on part B of the ocean lab and trying to figure out how salty ocean water is. Pretty straightforward. Basically, the idea is if you have a sample of salt water, which I gave folks, and you know that there is salt dissolved in there, how do you then quantify that? How do you say, okay, I know that there's this percent salt. Sorry, I need to straighten this beaker, that's bothering me. So maybe it's 2% salt or 5% salt. So how do we calculate that? So here's the equation we'll use, is that ultimately we'll want to know the grams of salt and divide that by the total grams of salt water, and then multiply by 100, and that will give us percent by mass of salt. Okay, so that's the basic idea. What we did then is students got their little sample. We asked everybody to do like as close to 10 grams as they could of water. Just to walk you through it, this is what it looked like. They all had a little Erlenmeyer out of their flask. So I'm going to give you some numbers here just to make you who weren't here do a little calculating. So let's say you had an Erlenmeyer flask. It looks like this. Let's say that flask weighed 50 grams. I'm going to keep our numbers nice and simple. Then let's say we put 10 grams of salt water in there. Then we took that beaker that had, or that flask that had its 10 grams of salt water. We placed it on a hot plate, turned up the knob, turned up the dial, and evaporated off the water. Then we took that same flask. Now, if you remember when we did this the other day and we evaporated water that had salt dissolved in it, it made a little spattery noise. There's like a little crusty residue inside there. So then you put that thing on an electronic balance, and the question is, all right, what is that mass? So let's say after it's all said and done, the flask containing the evaporated water, let's say it weighed 50.25 grams. Now what you have left to figure out are the questions remaining over here. Calculate the percent by mass of salt in the ocean water based on what I just showed you over here. Then find the true value, or based on the true value, which is 3.5%, calculate your percent accuracy. Oh, but Derek, I don't know how to do that. Oh, but look over here. Percent accuracy. Lastly, number 5, discuss reasons why your experimental results were not perfect. Human error is obviously the problem. You are humans, you did the lab, there were probably errors. I want more specifics in that. What sort of errors may have led to not getting the exact number? That's what you need to do for the lab. In addition, we also